Fashion isn't just what we wear. It's how the world reads us before we speak. It's the silent narrative that frames our presence, our identity, and our influence. And in the history of modern culture, few people have mastered that silent language as powerfully as Michael Jordan. He didn't just dominate basketball, he dominated visibility, aspiration, and desire. Every movement he made, every dunk, every pivot, every casual stroll across the court carried with it a language of style. And the world learned to read it, interpret it, and then replicate it. Instinctively, globally, forever.
But then Michael Jordan is semi-cool. But then his sneaker becomes a character, and then that's cool.
On the court, Michael Jordan was more than an athlete. He was a visual anchor, a moving emblem of precision, performance, and identity. The Chicago Bulls' red and black were more than team colors. They were an attitude, a declaration, bold, striking, instantly recognizable. Every jump, every pivot, every fadeaway wasn't just athletic mastery.
We were going to make Michael Jordan a marketing superstar.
It was fashion in motion. His shorts weren't too long, not too short. They struck a perfect balance between athletic functionality and aspirational aesthetics. His jerseys framed his form in a way that suggested power without arrogance, precision without constriction. Every detail, from the height of his socks to the alignment of his sneakers, was legible to the world. People didn't just watch him play, they read him, and then they wanted to become him, visually and symbolically. Then came the sneakers, the Air Jordans. They weren't shoes, they were culture, they weren't products, they were phenomena. The first time those red, black and white kicks hit the streets, the world realized something had shifted. Sneakers weren't just functional items anymore. They were identity, they were aspiration, they were desire wrapped in leather and rubber. Every colorway, every iteration, every collaboration became a global event. People weren't buying footwear, they were buying belonging, performance and legitimacy. Wearing Air Jordans wasn't a fashion choice, it was a declaration. I understand this culture, I am part of it, I aspire. But Michael Jordan didn't stop there. His influence expanded into streetwear and casual fashion long before the word streetwear existed. Oversized t-shirts, baggy shorts, crewneck sweatshirts, hoodies, high socks. These weren't just functional athletic items anymore. They were aspirational. Teenagers across the United States began pairing their sneakers with layered tops. Urban youth wore hoodies under varsity jackets, shorts with high socks, casual tees with performance sneakers. Jordan made athletic clothing readable as fashion. He legitimized comfort as style. He made casual wear aspirational, and people copied it instantly, sometimes without even realizing why it looked or felt right. Off the court, Jordan's style carried equal weight. Blazers over t-shirts, casual tailored jackets with sneakers, leather jackets paired with understated basics. In every appearance, interviews, commercials, public events, he exuded a subtle mastery of balance. He could be approachable yet untouchable, casual yet authoritative. He taught the world that power in clothing doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers, calculated, consistent, and effortlessly readable. Fans noticed this and they copied it. Layering, proportions, contrasts, all became part of the aspirational visual grammar he created. What made Jordan revolutionary wasn't just the clothing itself, it was the consistency and repetition. Unlike trend chasers, he didn't constantly reinvent. Baggy shorts, high socks, layered tops, and sneakers weren't momentary experiments. They were his visual signature. Through repetition, he created a vocabulary. Fans didn't just mimic him, they learned to read proportion, layering, and intent. He taught people that style doesn't need spectacle, it needs consistency, it needs coherence. The sneaker culture he inspired reshaped industries. Air Jordans weren't just footwear, they were collectibles, cultural currency, symbols of taste, status, and belonging. The hype, the launches, the scarcity, Jordan unintentionally created what we now call sneaker culture, and in the process, he made athletic wear aspirational beyond the court. Kids, teens, even adults began wearing sneakers as statements, integrating them with casual outfits, jeans, hoodies, jackets, and in doing so, they participated in a narrative Michael Jordan authored simply by existing in them. Fans didn't just copy the products, they copied the rules. High socks with shorts, hoodies under jerseys, sneakers with jeans, proportions, layering, visual weight. These became intuitive lessons for millions. Jordan taught the world that fashion can be a story, an identity, and a signal all at once. He showed that what you wear can communicate authority, aspiration, and authenticity without a single word. His influence also merged with hip-hop culture, which was flourishing in the 90s. Oversized t-shirts, baggy pants, hoodies, and sneakers all were legitimized by Jordan's example. Basketball courts became fashion runways, streets became catwalks, and the cultural adoption went global. Europe, Asia, South America. The Air Jordan aesthetic crossed borders, inspiring youth culture worldwide. Fans internalized not only the clothing, but the confidence and performance that came with it. Even in commercials and campaigns, Jordan taught the world subtle lessons about style. He didn't need flashy accessories. He didn't need overt logos beyond his own brand. His movements, his presence, his layering of simple yet deliberate pieces created a visual lexicon. Hoodies under jackets, shorts over high socks, sneakers paired with casual or semi-formal outfits. These combinations communicated intent, aspiration, and identity. People didn't just copy what he wore, they copied how it felt to inhabit that clothing with confidence. The genius of his influence lies in its durability. Unlike fleeting trends, Jordan's style created a structure that persists decades later. Baggy shorts, crew necks, hoodies, high socks, and sneakers are now default streetwear. Athleisure borrows directly from his proportions and layering. Red and black color schemes signal boldness. Designers reference the shapes and silhouettes he popularized. Millions of people unknowingly continue to dress in ways he defined. And beyond clothing, he taught the world about identity through fashion. Style isn't decoration, it's armor. It's communication. Jordan made clothing part of narrative. Sneakers were storytelling devices, hoodies were shields, baggy shorts were permission to be present without performing. He created a template for aspirational masculinity, confident, readable, approachable, yet untouchable. And millions have copied it without realizing they are part of the story he authored. Michael Jordan didn't just change basketball, he changed how the world dresses, how identity is interpreted, how culture reads aspiration. Every time someone laces up a pair of Air Jordans, pairs them with layered streetwear, or carefully balances casual and polish, they are speaking his language. His influence spans sport, streetwear, and high fashion. It taught the world that performance, identity, and clothing are inseparable. That style is as much about presence as fabric. That consistency and authenticity outweigh spectacle. That repetition can create legend. Michael Jordan didn't just influence fashion. He created a culture, a global, enduring, aspirational, readable, performative, yet subtle culture. He made sneakers iconic, casual wear legible, and identity aspirational. And that is why he remains not just a basketball legend, but a fashion icon whose influence continues to define modern style.